Hey y'all, just wanted to give a quick review here and sort of an unboxing um, on the new Pathfinder Generation 3 cook set. I was real excited to see this finally come in for me, and wanted to get something out there because there were questions that I had about the product that I could not find anywhere answered. So I thought I'd go ahead and check this out this weekend and send it out there with some observations that I had on it and some things that I liked about it and things that I didn't like so much about it. So first of all, the build quality. I like the build quality. It's good. It's a pretty thick stainless steel piece. I don't know their thicknesses on it. Pretty sure it's 18/8 stainless, pretty standard. The cup and of course the bottle fits down in the cup. That's one of the big things on it. And this first, it comes with this 32 ounce canteen here. Well, yeah, canteen bottle really. And they made it 13 ounce or 32 ounces for a reason, because most of your water purification chemicals are packaged for 32 ounce containers, and so you'll have that, and there's no measuring, no breaking up packets or anything like that, guessing, because you hate to guess on something that's got Giardia in it, and you end up uncomfortable for the next 6 to 8 months. So 32 ounce here. The cup here, it's a nice big cup, and it's got the batwing handles on it, and it also comes with a nice lid to it. I've heard some discussion on the net about this. Somebody wasn't too pleased about it, tore this D-ring off and started complaining and moaning, and so I don't know. It seems fine to me. It's pressed. It's not as thick as this, but I don't know. Maybe some people make enough money they can just trash their gear and start complaining that somebody didn't build it right. It seems fine to me. One of the things is that it does snap into there, or it doesn't snap into there, but it sticks in there pretty darn well. I don't know. I think I heard the same guy complaining that it came in and out, which I don't know. I'm kind of of two minds of that, because if it doesn't stick, if it doesn't hold in, it's easier to lift it up while it's cooking and see what's in it. If it does stick, if the thing falls over, you don't lose everything. It's just what comes out the air supply hole and the filter holes down here and these holes. That cup, the lid is cut up like that for a particular reason. One of the things that Dave found out through a student of his was that these great mouth spreaders work fantastic for bail for that bottle. Just sticks in there, and it takes. I can't just jerk this thing out of here, so it's good. It's gonna stay in there full of stuff, no problem. That's not going to be a problem. Now the cup, I thought it would fit in there just as easy, but turns out that it's quite a bit too narrow for that. So you really got to tweak the spreader in order to get it to fit and to stay in here. And at first I was kind of like, well, that's a little disappointing, because I wanted that to fit in there nice too, because I got two bales, because I wanted to do that in case I was needing both. So I was a little disappointed at that, but then I was like, this wasn't even meant for this. It was not built for this. This is off-label use. So that it works at all is freaking awesome. That's a great idea. It works fantastic, and that I have to pull it apart a little bit more. That's neither here nor there. So it makes no lick of difference. It's fine. Pulling it apart like that's not going to hurt it. It's a spring. So pulling it apart, pretty dramatically is what I was concerned with, that it, then becoming a mechanical failure. Don't worry about it. It's fine. You'll be fine. So, I mean, if nothing else, if it does fail on you, get some snare wire or some picture frame wire. Put a couple of hooks in it with some stainless steel wire. Bend it up into the shape of an S or a closed S, and then just hook it in your cup that way and hang it. Otherwise, it's fine. Don't worry about it. You're good. I mean, the old canteen cups, they didn't have holes at all, so you couldn't even complain about something, you having to bend something out. So they just didn't work at all. They didn't have that at all. So you're good. Don't worry about it. As I said, this is all silicone now. I guess there were some problems with the gasket. With the old style, had a stainless steel metal inset in here, and then the metal edge of the bottle only touched the gasket part of it. I guess people were losing gaskets or something, and they're complaining about that, so they went to a full silicone top for that. I don't know. Whatever. Fine. Doesn't matter to me. I have not put any of it in the fire yet. I have been drinking out of the cup here. Well, mainly because this weekend was pretty much dedicated to my new bush pot concept, which was using a Bain Marie. This thing right here, which is the restaurant. That's a restaurant equipment that they use for like salad bars and soup bars and stuff like that to put their stuff in. And then they can drop that down into a water bath up to about here to keep the food warm. So my weekend was taken up trying to work that and see if that's going to work for me. So I've got a video trying to edit up to show this. This is a great bush pot idea right here. This using a Bain Marie. This is a 32 ounce. No, 64. I think it's 32 ounce. 2 quart. 2 quart 64. This one will. This is freaking awesome. I love this. For a bush pot, the Bain Marie, I'm really starting to like that. So we'll see what happens with that. So now some of the things that I was a little. Here's some ideas. Gen 4. Here we go, Dave. Lid, like the lid. You could press it out of thicker stuff, maybe. I don't know if it would have the spring retention that you need for that. But thicker lid, if you wanted to do that, I don't know. $8 to $10 is what that's going to end up being. So, it all depends. You can get great stuff. Just quit complaining about it because you don't want to pay the money anyway. So if you're not going to buy it at $8, you're not going to buy it at 10. The handles. These handles, when you start filling this cup up, you start getting 20, 25 ounces into this thing. These handles become pretty uncomfortable. They dig in pretty heavily right into your finger in here. Now, I have a suspicion that the way these are bent may have something to do with the stove that you can buy to come with that, which sits in on top of these. I'm not sure if that's the case or not, but it may be, because the bush pot has this exact same profile on its handles, and it seems to be that it has some way that it hooks into the stove and that. So that being the case, you may not be able to do anything with it, but I don't find this as comfortable as it could be. If this was round, if this was a semicircle in there instead of this right angle in there, it'd be far more comfortable. But that's not the biggest thing that's uncomfortable about it, is that the wire gauge is pretty thin compared to like your old standard, canteen cup. If these thinner wires right here for these wings were made out of this thicker stuff, that would be far more comfortable to handle. And if this part was just rounded instead of squared, awesome. That would be great. There's your Gen 4. There's a Gen 4 idea right there. If you want to rev up put that in your rev, and that'll be awesome. One of the things about this cup, it's listed as a 27-ounce cup. It is not a 27-ounce cup. You can see that it's marked in here at 25 ounces, 700 plus mils. But see that hole right there? That's where your other 2 ounces go whenever you try to pour it in there. So it's not a 27-ounce cup. It's a 25-ounce cup, and I don't give a flying rip. However, you might want to just update the description on that and just say 25-ounce cup. I mean, it's clearly marked 25, not 27 here. It was 27 right before you punched the 2 holes in there to put the bale in. But, you know, to me, it makes no lick of difference to me. I didn't buy this thing so I could have a 27-ounce container. I bought it so that I could have stainless steel to drink out of instead of plastic. And because it turns out that stainless steel handles heat a lot better than plastic for some reason. I don't know why that is. I'm not a physicist, but there it is. Turns out plastic melts and burns, and stainless steel doesn't until you get really super hot. So anyway, guys, that's where it's at. The Gen 3, really like it. I like the cup size. The cup size is great. I haven't worked much with the Canteen, but everything feels solid. Seems to work solid. So anyway, I hope that answers some of the questions that you might have on it that you're not seeing out there. But I think this is, I really like this. The whole setup is really nice. It works well. So anyway, thanks for watching.